And then when I started doing that, I was like, oh no, there's a lot more hairline scratches and things in here than I realized. So I ended up doing the entire tub. And so when Sam came home, he opened the curtains and was like, what the hell did you do to our bathtub? I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, it looks like a murder happened here and you try to wash off the blood. And I was
That's
like,
exactly what it looked like.
Oh
I
my
mean, imagine
God.
a horror movie where somebody was killed in a tub and then somebody tried to wipe the blood and left half of it behind.
hello, everyone, and welcome back to Shifting Tones, the podcast with nerdy tones and shifting formats. I'm your host today, Lorissa, and we'll be joined by my two lovely co-hosts, Steph
Hello, that's me.
and Sam.
Hey guys, what's up?
So how's it going? What's been going on? What's the haps, as I do say? It was
You do say that.
I do. It was Easter break. Did you do anything special on Sunday or over the weekend to celebrate the holiday, religious or secular?
No.
No, that's fair. Completely fair. It was a beautiful day. Did you at least go outside, Steph?
Yeah, I did yard work. So.
Oh, good. No. I did a lot of yard work too. So just to quickly catch you up on my yard work endeavors, I kind of redid some gardening stuff. And in the backyard, we had in these planters, I would call them. Like they're just like giant pots. I noticed that those bushes back there.
As our neighbor would call them, funeral urns.
Yeah, because in the middle, it kind of looks like a memorial. There's a bench and it's on this like cement sort of raised
paver
platform.
thing,
yeah.
Okay.
So it kind of looks like that. But I noticed they were getting a little brown. And I was like, I think they're asking to be planted in the ground. So I did that and a bunch of other gardening stuff. And
Nice.
yeah. But I guess, Steph, since you started.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm starting?
Yeah, just go ahead, catch us up on everything else since you did not celebrate Easter. What else did you do?
Go, Steph, go.
Yeah, so my family's been out celebrating and having a grand old time in Europe. So
Whoa!
Yeah.
Even your dear sister is tagging along?
No.
Okay.
No. But the rest of my family, yes, they're in Europe.
Yeah, I've been following their adventures on Facebook.
Oh, have you? Okay.
Yeah, so we didn't have like a family Easter because I'm just like, well,
fair
and
enough.
then my husband's family lives further away, so we were like, well, it's just a regular day.
No, fair.
Yeah.
The only thing that was nice was I got the Friday off from school, so that was super nice because I had a 3-day weekend and the weather was perfect. Lovely. It was supposed to rain and it didn't, so that was so nice.
Did you get the day off because it was like technically Good Friday? You go to a little Catholic school?
No, but I don't know. They just gave it to us, so I'm not saying anything. If they're
No,
gonna give us a day, then sure.
Steph, I'll call them so that you don't get it off next year. Just, I understand you're upset about it, so
it's fine. It was well needed.
Oh, I'm sure.
Tell you, mentally.
Oh, yeah.
We're back into the swing of state testing, so that sucks.
Fun.
It's all it is in the spring is just test. Going up on a field trip in a couple days, which I'm excited for.
What kind of field trip?
To a museum.
Oh, that's the best kind.
That's exciting.
Yeah. But other than that, I finished up my last assignment. I have to wait till Friday to turn it in. So
the one that was supposed to take you like 3 months?
Huh?
The one that was supposed to take you 3 months, the assignment?
No.
Okay, different assignment. All right.
This is just a paper that I wrote 9 pages for.
Wow.
And then it's 45 hours for the last class. So I should be soon stopping my talk and my chat in this little section about this schooling. No, but I'm super ready for it to be done.
9 to 10 pages is a lot because I remember
it is.
That was just a weird like criteria that a lot of professors had in college. Like, give me a 10-page paper on icebergs by the end of the week, and I'm like,
right.
Sure, I guess, whatever.
I find my papers a lot more easy because they just say like, here are all the things you need to include in your paper, but they don't give you like how much it needs to be.
Gotcha.
So it's all dependent on how much, and actually if you hit all the criteria, whether or not like if you want a good grade or not, you know? So you're kind of, it's a little more relaxed in a way, but I don't know. It's you're doing it by yourself. So
gotcha.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Is it my turn?
Yeah, yes.
I'm done.
Let's see. Well, we've been off we took a week off last week.
We did.
Just doing some recovering and just some relaxing. So we did that. For as far as Easter weekend went, we just celebrated Easter like we do every year, where we went to my mom's in the morning, with the nieces and my brothers and sister-in-laws and had Easter brunch, and then went to my dad's and hung out there, and then went to Larissa's parents in the evening and had dinner and played some card games. So that was fun. Got home late, which
you
was
guys were
nice.
busy.
It was a nice
it's
busy
a
day,
long
yeah.
day.
But
I'm trying to think of what we did besides that. Oh, I went to go to a soccer game.
You
I've never been
did?
to a professional soccer game before. Maybe once as a kid. It was indoor at like the professional basketball like arena.
Sure.
I don't remember much of it except for having to leave like halfway through the game so the dad that took us could have a smoke break. It was like my friend's dad like took us to the game, and there was like me, my brother, and like our friend and his younger brother, and we're all standing outside in this little smoking area while he had a smoke.
Oh no.
But I think he bought me a souvenir soccer ball, so that was cool.
Yeah, I made up for it for sure.
But I did get to see Messi play.
That's cool.
Yeah, he doesn't play much. I was talking to my brothers about it. Both my older brothers are big soccer fans, and they both went to the game. And my oldest brother had an extra ticket, so he invited me, which was very nice. And we had a great time. But Messi has just kind of been a, like, kind of stands around and wait for the ball to come to him kind of guy. Like, even when the ball's in the area, he's kind of just walking back and forth. He's not hustling, you know, but he's 36, 37. So, I mean, he's been doing something right to keep playing soccer, at his age.
Did you call out? Did you go, Encara Messi?
The whole time, Steph.
The whole time?
I spoke in Spanish the entire time.
Good.
It was like something took over the spirit of Steph took over my body and controlled me, and I only spoke Spanish.
That's good.
And ate empanadas. Let's see. I think that's all that I have as far as weekend goes, right? Yeah, for the most part. Hung out with some friends. But you're here for the Controversial Corner 2025!
Oh, I'm sure we are.
All right. I've got controversial ones this time.
Okay. We'll see.
First one I'm going to do, I think is more controversial for Steph, but it probably will be for some people too.
Okay.
For the reasoning. I think Easter candy is better than Christmas candy.
Okay.
But let me elaborate, because Easter candy is more chocolate focused, and Christmas candy is more like candy canes and gumdrops and just candy, sweet candies,
Sure.
I feel like you get a lot of that. You do get chocolate too, but I feel like Easter is strictly chocolate focused. You get the Reese's eggs and the chocolate bunnies and the chocolate marshmallow eggs and all that stuff and the little chocolate eggs.
I feel like that's just not that controversial.
But you hate chocolate. That's why.
Yeah, but I can recognize that more people like eating chocolate than other candies.
Yeah, but I feel like people always associate Christmas got you get so much good candy at Christmas time.
Really? Because Easter is the second largest selling holiday for candy, at least in the US. It's Halloween and it's Easter.
Okay, then I'll say Easter candy is better than Halloween candy.
That's controversial for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say more people would find that controversial, I'd say.
You went to the jugular for that one.
That's right. Number 2, espresso martini is the most overrated cocktail, but that's okay. And I think it's the new vodka cranberry. I think when you're at the bar and you don't know what you want anymore, instead of being like, oh, vodka cranberry, they're like, espresso martini, which apparently, according to bartenders, they hate to make. It's not easy to make usually, unless you're using a pre-made mixture for it, because if you're actually doing the espresso part, it takes a little bit.
Sure.
But yeah, I think it's the new basic cocktail. You're out with the girlies. Give me an espresso martini. Let me get 10 espresso martinis in a fishbowl.
I can't comment on this because I've actually never had an espresso martini.
Really? You should meet somebody who would really enjoy one.
I've never sipped on one. I've never tried it. I don't know. There's something about it where I know a lot of people have coffee and alcohol, but I've just never thought to put it together because I always just have such a separation in my head of the two that mixing them together, I'm like, that just sounds weird. So I've never been super inclined to try it.
I think that one place that we went to with you and your husband, the Cigar Lounge cocktail bar, I think they had one on their menu.
I think they do.
You could try one there. And number 3, I am furious.
Oh.
Absolutely furious.
I can tell.
Belgian waffles are the only waffle that you can get at a restaurant besides Waffle House. Because every waffle, everywhere on every single menu is a Belgian waffle. They're like, oh, look at our big fluffy waffle. No, it's not a special waffle. It's the same waffle from Continental Hotel Breakfast. And I'm tired of thinking it's otherwise, okay?
Well, maybe don't blame the waffle, blame the machine.
Oh.
It just depends on what they have to make the waffles and put the batter in.
Yeah, just get a different machine. Separate yourself. Be a little bit different, but everybody uses the same machine, the one with the little timer on it. You pour the cup in, you turn it over, I don't know if it's because it's the industry standard and they're cheap to buy because they come in bulk.
Probably.
But it's so stupid. I don't want a stupid, fluffy Belgian waffle every time.
That sounds crazy.
I know. You're definitely
Waffle
on the
House
outs.
waffle is way better. So we had a chicken and waffle place near us for a little bit, and they had the best waffles. I mean, the chicken waffles themselves were good, but the waffles were the big, thinner, round ones like Waffle Houses. And just, I don't know, like, I think it's too much fluffiness, and all the syrup and butter gets soaked in, and then you have to add more syrup and butter because it's, like, already gone, soaked into the waffle. I know it's a weird hill to die on, but...
I feel like if people want something, like, thinner, they just normally would go for a pancake then.
Yeah, but they're different.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, every time I go to a restaurant, I'll look at the waffle, I'm like, oh, Belgian waffle? Okay, I guess I'll just get a pancake or an omelet or whatever, you know, but I just want variety, and I'm sad. I'm tired. I'm exhausted, and I just want real waffles, and it's making me have this type of madness, right, Larissa?
I can tell.
Yeah.
You were screaming.
I know. Before we get into that, I did have a quick HGTV update for y'all.
Oh, okay.
And it's very important and humorous because while Sam was at the soccer game, because the only reason he went was because his brother had an extra ticket and he didn't want it to go to waste since it was a messy game. And I was like, you know what? I'm feeling productive today. I started crack filling our tub.
Oh,
which,
fun.
you know, sounds boring. But, you know, when you think of any sort of like, I'm trying to think of the word, like putty or silicone-based thing for like home improvement, what
repairs
color
and stuff, yeah.
do you think of?
I personally think of like a white or gray.
Yeah, what do you think, Steph?
Like a color?
Yeah,
or the material.
Just the color of the material you would use to fix.
Like filling a little nail hole or a crack on.
Like, white.
Yeah, so I did too, but for whatever reason, they decided, this company, to take the extra step to dye it red.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I know.
No, it's super weird.
It's so weird.
Larissa had done the entire tub. I don't want to take your thunder here.
Oh, I want to still tell my story, Sam.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So, you know, I read the directions and everything, and I was like, okay, I'm excited to do this. And then the second, you know, I squeezed the tube, I was like, oh no. This red filling came out, and I was like, well, you know, I bought this specifically for this, and I'm gonna have to reglaze it anyway. Might as well just use it. It can't be that bad. There's not that many spots I need to fill. And so I started in the area on the side of the tub where I knew it was really bad.
Right.
And the directions recommended using a putty knife to spread it evenly. And so I started doing that. And because the tub is white and you have to naturally get the crack fill on parts where there isn't a hole, it dyed the other areas pink.
Oh my.
More red than pink.
Yeah, it's a lighter shade of red. Some may call that pink. I don't know. And then when I started doing that, I was like, oh no, there's a lot more hairline scratches and things in here than I realized. So I ended up doing the entire tub. And so when Sam came home, he opened the curtains and was like, what the hell did you do to our bathtub? I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, it looks like a murder happened here and you try to wash up the blood. And I was
That's
like,
exactly what it looked like.
Oh
I mean,
God.
Imagine a horror movie where somebody was killed in a tub and then somebody tried to wipe the blood and left half of it behind. That's what the tub looked like. Like, trigger warning, but like murder scene.
I understand, like, they have putty where it's pink and then it turns white when it dries.
Yep.
Nope. Tub's still red 3 days later.
That's crazy.
Just as red too, because I thought maybe that like with use some of the color may fade. Nope, not at all.
That's wild.
I know. Yeah. But talking about wild and about madness, a segue into our topic today, we will be doing a fun little competition bracket style game. And so I'm going to pull up that screen and I'll explain what's going on.
Explain it. Yeah, what's going on? Explain it.
What's the, as Larissa would say, what's the haps?
What's the haps, everyone?
All right. And so today, as you can see on my lovely little presentation that I spent way too much time working on, because I have always loved making presentations. And I was like, oh, I have fancy tools now. It's not like when I was back in high school and I was limited to only PowerPoint Word stuff. So I came up with this, and as you can see, we're going to be doing Sanrio character ranking. And this is the 40th year they've been doing this since the beginning of the company. Every year they release a poll out to the general public, and they ask, hey, which of our characters is your favorite? And in the actual poll that you could vote on, if you are curious, if you have a favorite after listening to this episode, you can just go to the official website and vote for them. There's going to be a list of 1 to 90, but we don't have time for that. And I didn't feel like doing a tier ranking because not all of you know all these characters, and I wanted to give you the profile of each one and give you an explanation of why they are so adorable. So I noticed on their Instagram, the Sanrio official account decided they're going to do a March Madness style bracket. And so I took a screenshot and made this presentation. Yeah, and so we're going to duke it out to see which of your favorite Sanrio characters today are the winner, at least according to our podcast. And listeners, if you're typically audio listeners, you may or may not want to also stream this video along with us on YouTube, because that is where you're going to get the lovely pictures of all these characters. I'll try my best to give a description of what they look like to you, but you know, it's Sanrio. It's best experienced with the eyes.
That's right. You can use your inner eye through your ears, but it's just not as good.
No, it's not. I'm sorry. All right, so are we ready to go? Are we ready to start this competition?
Yeah,
yes.
I didn't know they had a ranking thing that they did every year. This is the first time I'm hearing of it.
Yes, and I believe, don't quote me on this, this is the first time that American audiences in the world bigger than Japan is able to vote on it this year.
Oh, okay.
So it's a big year for Sanrio.
Oh, big year, big year.
Hello Kitty turned 40.
Wow, she's
old.
I
thought they turned 50.
Maybe.
Well, I see the word 40 there. Did you add that?
But I don't know if this is the 40th. I don't know if this is the 40th just with the ranking or not.
It's a good question. We'll have to look into it.
Yeah.
More. All right, so I just wanted.
Sorry, Hello Kitty itself turned 50 this year, but I think this is the Sanrio overall universe 40th year.
Yeah,
sorry.
For the character ranking contest.
Yes.
I apologize if I mixed up those words there for you.
I thought I was like going crazy. I'm like, I thought Hello Kitty was 50.
No, you're good.
Hello Kitty, yes.
I also knew it was her birthday this year, so I wanted to give her a little shout out. So.
And she's a girl that cosplays a cat, right?
Yes, that is actually correct, but we'll get into that with our character overviews. But for now, as you can see on our screen, we have the bracket that I took a screenshot of on Instagram. And as you can see in the middle there is our boy Cinnamaroll. And he is the OG champ because for 5 years in a row now, since 2020, he has been the reigning champ. So 5 years in a row he has won, which is pretty crazy thinking about how popular all these other characters are.
It's rigged.
It sure is. And I don't know if you've seen this on TikTok, other listeners out there, because I know, Steph, you're not on there, but there's a big competition to make sure that someone else beats Cinnamaroll this year, and this year they're really rooting for PomPompurin, and Sanrio gave some initial results. The poll doesn't close until about May 27th, I want to believe, but they gave some initial results, and they're like, hey guys, number 1 right now is PomPompurin.
Oh, spoilers.
Who has won in the past before, though, so don't let Larissa's tactics fool you. PomPompurin has won. Cinnamaroll just won recently. I think we need a new champion, a new voice of the people of Sanrio.
A new underdog, perhaps?
Yes, or Undercat or Underbunny. These are all different animals for the most part.
They sure are. And
well, in the top 16, there are weird people.
There are, absolutely.
I don't
There's
like them.
So many crazy little things. Please go and check on the website to see all the different characters' designs and read all their profiles. Each artist lovingly made these. I know from the lore that a lot of the workers at Sanrio have a competition within in-house to come up with their own character designs, and if it gets selected, it gets added to the library of characters. So yeah, it's really sweet and cute. So we'll go on to our next slide here for round 1.
Okay.
All right, so for round 1, we have Hello Kitty versus Usahana.
Okay.
So Hello Kitty, here she is. So yes, listeners, she is Hello Kitty. You've seen her. You don't need me to describe her, but she is a cat. And the profile on the official Sanrio website describes her as this: as tall as 5 apples and as heavy as 3. Hello.
So stupid. Sorry.
No, these profiles are wacky, and that's part of the charm. Hello Kitty is a bright little girl with a heart of gold. That's right, she's a girl, not a cat. She loves to bake cookies and play the piano and dreams of one day becoming a pianist or maybe even a poet. She has a gift for music and English and a soft spot for Mama's apple pie. Hello Kitty and her twin sister Mimi are the best of friends.
Since when did she have a twin?
Yeah, what's
Since
that about?
Always, okay, guys. You just need to get into your lore. She also has a boyfriend called Dear Daniel, who is now her husband, all right? And they do little cute skits now.
I refuse to believe Hello Kitty's a girl. That's just a cat. That's always been my personal lore.
No, when she's cosplaying a cat, is she wearing a cat costume? Like a furry?
I'm not sure. I don't understand the details of it, but yeah. I understand that's kind of
because the humans look like humans.
They do.
They don't look like cats that just have added a bow and whisker. You know what I'm saying? They're human in form.
Well, you can imagine her to be whatever you want, because at the end of the day, she's part of the kawaii culture that came out in the 60s, which was a dig at the patriarchy. So we're not going to criticize her too hard, okay?
That's fair.
She's pro-feminism.
The competitor.
Yes. And her competitor is Usahana. Usahana is a lively little bunny who loves summer. Her charm points are her long curved ears and round blue eyes. She stands 3 tulips high and weighs as much as a bunch of green grapes.
What are these measurements?
They're so good.
They're fantastic.
It's very descriptive, I will say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the listeners for sure.
Yeah, and so listeners, she kind of looks like a stuffed animal bunny. She's got different colored arms and legs, and her ears are mismatched in colors as well.
Very rainbow in color. Kind of,
yes.
I don't know what those things are called. I know they're very popular and they're kind of expensive. Those like rainbow pillows with a smiley face in the middle that are like huge. You know what I'm talking about?
No,
don't. I'm
sorry. It was like a trendy thing for influencers to have, like to purchase. I don't know, like 5-6 years ago.
Probably.
Oh. Okay. Are we debating now?
Yes. Yeah, so now we're gonna go back to the debates, and so who's gonna win?
This is easy. It's Hello Kitty. She's iconic. She's classic. I don't know who Usahana is. I've never heard of this one.
But she's cute. Look at the little flower in her hair.
That's where I think we disagree, Steph.
Really?
I think Hello Kitty's had it too good for too long. Yes, she's the face of Sanrio, but that doesn't mean anything. Just because you're the face of something doesn't mean like Coke's not the best Coke product. Like most people would say Sprite maybe is. I think Usahana is bringing something new to the game.
Mm-hmm.
Usahana is bringing color and diversity, and it's a bunny. I'm tired of Hello Kitty. I think for too long she has lived in the spotlight. Usahana needs a spotlight.
So is Larissa our tiebreaker then?
Yes, I sure will be your tiebreaker for today. And Sam, you put up a good argument and a good fight for Usahana. But, you know, Hello Kitty's turning 50. You gotta give her due.
Time to
She's
bury
the
her.
originator. She's gonna move on to the next bracket.
Nice.
So Hello Kitty.
The whole game's been rigged against me from the beginning.
All right. Hello Kitty will be the winner of round 1. And so that means we'll move on to round 2.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And so round 2, our bracket would be My Melody versus Kurumi. I know. What a hard round. It's for the goth girlies and the femme girlies. Like, why are you forcing them to fight each other? But
I was gonna say these might be the 2 worst ones together.
You're a liar. I love both of them. But anyway, we'll give a description of both. So first, My Melody. My Melody is very honest and good-natured. She loves her younger brother, Rhythm, dearly, and treasures the adorable hood that her grandma made especially for her. Her favorite hobby is baking cookies with her mother, and her favorite food is almond pound cake. And listeners, she's a small white bunny with a pink hood, reminiscent of Red Riding Hood.
But the hood goes over both ears.
They sure do.
And a little blue bow.
All right. And next up, Kuromi. Kuromi is the self-proclaimed rival of My Melody. Although she may look tough, she is actually very girly and is attracted to good-looking guys. I think the bi girlies are a little disappointed about that because bi girlies are obsessed with her. Her signature look is her black hood with a pink skull on the front. Her hobby is keeping a diary. Recently, she has become addicted to romance novels.
See, they both say hoods for both these. I assume they're more form-fitted hats. I mean, that's not for me to say, but yeah, boy. Oh, by the way, sorry. My Melody is 4.5 tomatoes tall and weighs about 2 baby dolls, and Kuromi is 6 green peppers tall.
Absolutely.
And weighs a 6-pound bowling ball. I don't know.
Absolutely. No,
God,
we have
they
no
both
idea.
suck.
No, I vibed with Kuromi. Kuromi was like me.
She was the alt girl.
I loved that description. I was like, oh wait, that's so me, and it's so true.
I get it.
She's a real one.
And I get the obsession with both, but I just I'm looking at them like, oh, okay, Hot Topic mascots.
Absolutely, and that's the lore. That's the lure.
I know.
My melody's too
you guys
boring.
Can have this one.
My melody's too boring.
I agree. She's for like the 3 and 4 year olds, you know.
Yeah.
But Kurumi, she's for the girlies. If you know,
we don't
the
know what she is. Is she supposed to be a bunny? Why the triangle ears? We don't know.
Mystery. She's a rival. Maybe she's trying to.
I do like that. I do like the self-proclaimed.
Yeah,
I do think that's quite funny.
So Kurumi, is she gonna win round 2 for us?
Yeah.
All right, all girl.
I guess. I mean, I don't really have an opinion on that one.
Well, you said they're both ugly, and you're clearly wrong, so your opinion doesn't matter. All right, so we'll move on to round 3. And for round 3, we have an unfair competition here. On TikTok, there was a lot of gasps when they saw this particular bracket because Chococat has been statistically ranked in the bottom lower 20 forever, and people love Chococat. So there's battles out there for bringing back Chococat this year. Yep, so PomPompurin versus Chococat. PomPompurin, this golden retriever, is unmistakably in his trademark brown beret. He has a laid-back demeanor and loves the phrase, "Let's go out."
Aw.
I know. As much as he dislikes the word stay. Aw. His hobby is collecting shoes, but he doesn't wear shoes.
But he collects them. To be fair, most shoe collectors don't wear their shoes that they collect.
Very true. His special skills are napping. Purin exercises and getting along with anyone.
It kind of sounds like me besides the shoe collecting.
So for our next boy, Chococat, he has a small little tiny profile. Chococat is full of energy, but this little black cat tends to be a little scatterbrained at times. He can catch various information from his ultra-sensitive antenna whiskers.
Super cute.
Yep. And so...
just like a bug.
Okay.
Exactly. Duke it out. Who's going to win? Are you going to let PomPompurin win?
Yeah.
PomPompurin's got this. I love Chococat because he kind of reminds me of Pib. But look at that little guy. Look at PomPompurin. It's just... they say golden retriever, but it's just a little, like... egg dog. It's just a little yellow dog with a beret.
He's got a beret.
He does.
And a butthole.
And a butthole. Which they added later on. That was not the original
Really?
not part of the original design. I'm pretty sure the lore is like they wanted to boost his popularity and then after they put a butthole it like skyrocketed him. I'm pretty sure there's like butthole lore. I'm not kidding.
No,
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm pretty sure there's something about it.
That's so good.
I don't know.
He needed it. I mean, that's what rose him to, stardom.
Exactly.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I guess I'll let you guys vote him in. But Chococat, you have a special place in my heart.
We love Chococat, yeah.
Round 4. All right. So for round 4, our brackets is going to be Cinnamaroll versus Kogimune.
I love it.
Yes. So for
so powerful.
It is. So, Cinnamaroll, his profile says he's a white puppy boy, which there's controversy because a lot of people think he looks more like a bunny.
I thought he was a bunny.
Yeah, and actually the original creator, I watched a video about this, did originally create Cinnamaroll to be a bunny. So,
I think Sanrio should just fix its profile.
Well, Sanrio thought it'd be more popular as a dog, so they made him a little different and gave him some puppy fluffy dog ears.
Whatever.
Yeah, I know. Well, anyway, continuing on. A white puppy boy was born on a cloud in the distant sky. One day, when he flew down from the sky, the owner at Cafe Cinnamon found him and he decided to live with her. He was given the name Cinnamon because his tail curls up like a cinnamon roll.
Cinnamaroll.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. Powerful contender.
Absolutely. And Kogimune is, they specifically say in parentheses, a flower nymph. Like, flour as in the baking flour, not the botanical kind.
That's really funny.
Yeah, Kogimune is a little girl. She dreams of being a rice ball. But to tell the truth, she really isn't sure exactly what a rice ball is.
That's crazy.
I know. She's extremely fragile, and the most trivial things can send her crumbling into a pile of flour.
That's like saying, like, as a human, like, oh man, I want to be... a classroom skeleton one day, just so you don't know what classroom skeletons are made of. I want to be a rice ball.
Absolutely. But she's cute, for our audio listeners. She's kind of just like a clump of whites.
Looks like a cloud.
Yeah, almost like a cloud. But you can kind of see some little crumbles falling from her below, if you notice that.
Yeah, she's kind of got like pigtails of, I guess, flour.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, so who's gonna win? Cinnamaroll, the champion, or Kogamune, the underdog?
Cinnamaroll.
Kogamune.
Oh, I thought that one was weak.
No, Kogamune's got something special going on. You just don't know it.
He wants to evolve. Cinnamaroll is just a dumb boy.
Wow. Okay, sounds like I'm outnumbered here. Larissa just says down with cinnamon roll. So
yeah,
that's all Larissa is.
Look, Cinnamaroll had the spotlight for the last 5 years, according to Larissa.
It's true.
On their Sanrio things. I think it's time we bury Cinnamaroll.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going to bury him. I'm going to send him back to the cafe. All right.
Okay.
But Kogamune is going to win because how cute is that description? She dreams of being a rice ball. It's so ridiculous.
And she's fragile.
She's cute.
And collapses.
Just like Cinnamaroll's masculinity.
Yeah, let Kogamune be fragile. All right, so we're going to move on to round 5 is between Marumfubiori and Tamarubake.
Oh my.
These are some big names.
Yes, and did I pronounce them right? I have no idea, but I think I did my best.
Marumfubiori and Hanamarubake. I mean, I'm definitely butchering them, but those are their names.
Absolutely. And so our boy Hanamamaroke.
That wasn't even close.
I know, I have no idea, but he's a cutie. The profile says, mysterious ghosts who give you a Hanamaru, like a gold star, for your hand, for your hard work today. The ghosts lurk in the vicinity of everyone, and each person seems to have a different ghost. They will appear without your knowledge and gently praise your daily efforts.
Wait, I love this description.
Yeah, he's so good.
Like a little guardian angel.
Exactly. And for our listeners, he kind of just looks like one of the bunnies with a sheet over his head, and he's just waving his arms around like a spooky little ghosty.
super chubby too.
Yes.
Okay.
And so his contender is Mamarumfubiori. Mamarumfubiori is a white bear cub that is always wrapped in his favorite blanket and loves to laze around at home. Mama Fubiori is a home buddy who lives with a roommate who works at an aquarium. He is affectionately known as Mapu, a nickname that the girl he lives with gave him because So there's a typo in the official Sanrio screenshot, so I will read it the way it's supposed to be.
I'm assuming these are translated from Japanese.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
He always drags his blanket around as if mopping the floor. So
his
Mapu.
name is Mapu, like his nickname?
Yep.
This is who I voted for. So Larissa wanted me to do the ranking, and I took the time and looked at him. Mapu, or Marufubiori, is who I voted for.
That's crazy.
And it was tough, actually, between these two, because Hanamarubake is also powerful.
Yeah.
No, I love Hanamarubake. And it didn't say one ghost. Did you see it said plural?
It was plural. Yeah.
Ghosts. There's more than one of them following you, giving you little gold stars.
Look at his belly button. Look at his belly button.
That's fair, but all he does is drag a blanket around. And
yeah, he looks like a little froggy blanket. Yeah, he's super cute.
Nah, for me, it's a little ghosty boy.
You don't have taste. It's for me, it's Mapu.
It's my little guardian angel that praises me for my efforts and good deeds.
Fair.
Love that.
It's really tough for me too. And the reason why I told Sam to vote, it's popular rumor that based off of the rankings, that is who they decide to make more plush and merchandise of.
Oh,
so that's why
your only motive. Huh? Yeah. Coming up here. You're about to break my heart, huh?
Have you ever seen Marufubiori merch? Have you? Ever?
Have you seen Hanamarubake?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
No, I haven't seen either. I also don't buy Sanrio merch.
Well, they're at round 1 quite often, so...
There's a lot of Cinnamaroll, yeah.
So, I'm sorry, Steph, but he was my second choice. I gotta go with Marufubiori.
Devastating.
So good.
Devastating.
Steph, don't rank ever again.
Wow, I guess so.
All right.
Oh man.
I think honestly, if it wasn't this matchup, I think Hanamarubake would have won any of the other matchups.
Oh, absolutely.
I think this was the toughest matchup, and he
just
got
really tough matchup. It's very unfair.
Unfair, yeah.
All right.
I'm sure the listeners agree with me, though.
All right. We'll move on to round 6, and our bracket for round 6 is Pochoko versus Keroppi.
Oh, this is tough.
I know. Pochoko is a curious, clumsy little guy who sometimes sticks his nose where it isn't wanted. He loves going for walks and taking the long way. He lives in Ugusu Alley, just outside of Fuwa Town.
Fuwa Town.
Oh, here's your descriptions again. He is as tall as 4 cups of his favorite banana ice cream. And weighs as much as 3 giant carrots from Fuwa Town Carrot Patch.
Okay.
Love it.
And for our listeners, he kind of looks like Stoopy, but like kawaii-fied.
And he's wearing a red t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
He's Donald ducking it, no pants.
Exactly. And our next boy, I'm going to give him his long name. His long name is Keroppi. Or Keroppi for short. He's a popular guy around Donut Pond, along with his brother and sister, Keroppi and Pee-Pee. The energetic Keroppi loves adventure.
What did you say?
I'm trying to say his sister's name. How do you say Koro? Not saying Keroppi. No, but his sister's with an O instead of an E.
I think it's like Keroppi.
But anyway, Keroppi loves adventure. He's not good at swimming like a frog.
Aw.
But he's a great freestyle swimmer. It's funny. And great at singing. They all live in Karaoke House on an island in Donut Pond.
Oh, little frog guy
easy.
versus Pochako. Yeah, I think it's got to be Keroppi.
Keroppi, easy.
I love his little outfit, his little barbershop like looking outfit.
Absolutely.
Even before I knew Hello Kitty, I knew the little frog.
Yes.
That was my first. That was my first exposure. I saw the little frog before I ever saw like a Hello Kitty thing.
That's impressive because Hello Kitty is everywhere.
No, I know, but Keroppi, that's my boy.
I think I remember seeing Hello Kitty for the first time in like grade school, like on somebody's folder. Had no idea what it was. I was like, oh, it's a cat. But I don't think I ever saw any of the other characters until maybe like college, if that. Maybe after college too.
That's fair.
Keroppi.
All right.
Easy.
Sorry, Pochako.
He's a cutie. He's a newer one, I believe, but he's gone up there in the ranks pretty quickly.
I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So we're going to move on to round 7. So round 7 is Tuxedo Sam versus Badtz Maru.
Badtz Maru sucks.
Hey.
Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Whoa, sorry.
Reel it in.
Sorry, I just had to lash out there for a second.
Tuxedo Sam is a fashionable penguin boy from Tuxedo Island in Antarctica. He's a foodie and a bit clumsy. He has a collection of 365 bow ties. Tuxedo Sam comes from a distinguished family, and he has studied abroad in England. He speaks fluent English. His bust, waist, and hips are all 100 centimeter in size. He's just a ball.
Beautiful.
That's funny.
Yeah, so for the listeners, he's like a perfectly round penguin with a bow tie and a little like sailor hat.
Yeah, he's adorable.
Okay.
And his contender is Badtz Maru. Badtz Maru is one mischievous little penguin. I didn't realize Badtz Maru was a penguin too.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
that.
No.
Look at him.
Well, I don't know what I would have thought it was. I see it now.
That's so funny.
His favorite foods are high-end sushi for Ginza and pori-pori ramen. He dreams of owning his own business someday. He seems a bit twisted, but he's actually not such a bad guy. And for our listeners, he's a penguin, if you want to call him that. And he's got like these feathers sticking up on top, and then he's got his hands on his hips and his beak's in mid-squawk.
He looks more like the traditional penguin, black and white compared to the other blue one.
Yeah, he's a no-nonsense kind of guy.
He kind of reminds me of the macaroni penguin, you know? Like that sort of vibe.
Oh, yeah, with like the thingy on the head.
Yeah. So I initially was just based on looks, because I've only seen these characters. I didn't know their lore.
Yeah.
I was leaning toward Badtz Maru.
Yeah.
But after hearing the description for Tuxedo Sam, I'm
cute.
Sold. Bro is so... You have a plushie of it. Okay. That makes sense, Sam, I guess.
I think you actually got this for me.
Did I? Oh, did I win it for you?
At round 1,
That's funny. He is cute, but what really sold me was that he's fluent in English and he studied abroad in England. I was like, and that they have Antarctica as canon in the Sanrio universe.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's well traveled. Yeah.
He's a distinguished gentleman.
So I would say Tuxedo Sam.
Although Badtz Maru kind of looks like your husband a bit stuff.
Yeah.
I think I got to go with Tuxedo Sam.
He's sure.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at this little guy.
I like that they said even too, like his waist, hips, and head are like 107.
All the same size.
Like his lore description was just better.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, so we're going to move on to our last bracket before we duke them out, between our winners. So for round 8, we have the bracket between Wish Me Mell and My Sweet Piano.
Wow, I don't care about these.
I don't care either. Well, let's hear their description.
Yes. Yeah, we'll hear them out. We'll hear them out.
Wish Me Mell is a girl rabbit who came from France. She's a little bit absent-minded, but she has a kind heart. She looks up to Lutz, who send the important letters to her. She helps deliver the postal mail around Merci Hill. And for our listeners, she's just a cute little fluffy bunny. There's nothing too special about her.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it is.
And My Sweet Piano, she's my Melody's friend. This young girl sheep is kind, but can occasionally seem a bit spoiled. Her most charming feature is her soft baby pink coat of wool. Her favorite food is merengue cookies. She likes to pick flowers with my Melody and chat with her. All right, so who's going to win?
Wish Me Mell. She was just a tiny bit more interesting, and I like that she delivers the mail.
Yeah, she's from France, and on Merci Hill. I love that too. Mm-hmm.
I would put Wish Me Mell through because of her bio. However, we have enough bunnies.
Fair.
I think up in the running, a lot of bunnies. We don't have a lamb. We don't have a lamb. I think that's a lamb, right? You said that was a lamb?
It is a lamb.
They just said that her most redeeming quality is just her pink wool.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, none of the bunnies moved on, so...
This is the worst bunny, though.
Well...
All right, I'll let you guys decide. I don't have an opinion on this one.
I'm a little tied more to My Sweet Piano because I recognize her more from My Melody. She's usually featured a lot of her merchandise shirts and stuff. But, you know,
a feature character,
it's
never
true.
The main one.
She's a side hoe, for sure. So just for that, and because Wish Me Mell lives in France, and I'd never heard of her, and I do really like her description profile, I'm going to vote her on. So Wish Me Mell.
Always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so now we're duking them out.
Yes, so now we're down to the final 8. Woohoo!
Let's go.
And so here's just a reminder of what the bracket looks like. We're moving on, you know?
Absolutely.
And we're going to move on. So for our round 9 bracket, as you see, we have round 1 winner, Hello Kitty, versus round 2 winner, Keroppi. Duke it.
Ooh.
Oh God, I don't know what it is about Keroppi, but I hate it. Like, and I don't know why. I think it's because it's trying too hard.
Do you hate her jester cowl? Is that what it is?
No, it's not that. I think it's because it's trying so hard to be like. I'm not like the other Sanrio characters. I'm a goth Sanrio character.
I was gonna say I have like the only like fake nails I have here are Keroppi features.
That's really funny.
They were a gift, but I'm gonna kind of go with Sam. I don't care either way. I like both of them, but Hello Kitty is just iconic.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess as much as I didn't want Hello Kitty to win first round, I think just based on iconicness and how much I don't like Keroppi, Hello Kitty's got to go through.
That's fair. All right. I wasn't willing to argue with that one, but I think Hello Kitty is still iconic by itself.
So let's move on to round 10. So for round 10, our bracket contenders are the winner from round 3, PomPompurin, and the winner from round 4, Kogomune. Duke it out, guys.
Ooh, okay.
PomPompurin.
I love Kogomune because I love that it's unique and it's a flower sprite, not flower, but flower.
A flower and nymph, okay? Get it right.
Flower nymph, sorry. And I like that its tragic backstory, you know, plays into it all. But PomPompurin, look at him. Look at him.
Classic.
He's just so round.
And he's a golden retriever, and since you are one too, it only makes sense.
That's right.
Called out.
Exactly. So we're moving on to round 11. So for round 11, we have our brackets. Winner of round 5, Mamafubuyori, and winner of round 6, Keroppi. Who's winning? Who's moving on?
Mamafubuyori.
I'm Team Keroppi on this
one. I
love
Keroppi. I do. I love the frog, and I have a lot of frog stuff. I have a frog tattoo. My desk mat is frogs. Got little frog eyes everywhere. But
and you're turning your back on them.
I am, because look at Mamafubuyori.
Nah.
He's so cute. He's got the blanket over his head. Kind of looks like a frog.
No, he doesn't. He looks like a bear.
He does not look like a frog at all.
Like a frog, like the little frog eyes, you know?
No.
Either way, he's strong. He's a leader. He's influential.
He's not a leader. He sits at home like a lazy bum.
Yeah, but look at him. He looks like he's marching. He's leading an army.
Keroppi.
You know when My Chemical Romance sang like about the Black Parade?
Okay.
Fubuyori was leading that Black Parade.
Oh, was he?
That's what the song was about.
Oh,
He was at home with his blanket.
Being
Keroppi.
cute.
Boy. Well, Steph, I love Keroppi as much as you do.
That's crazy.
But I really want an underdog not seen character to make it to the final four. So
boom, get on, Steph. Get
Mama
wrecked.
Furiori is gonna
insane. The listeners, you better have my back after this one.
Yeah, I know there's gonna be some controversy over this because I do love Keroppi. So
give
this
us
is
5-star
really
reviews everywhere.
So we're gonna move on to round 12.
Is this our most controversial episode yet?
It might
Probably.
be. So for our bracket for round 12, it's gonna be the winner of round 7, Tuxedo Sam, and the winner of round 8, Wish Me Mell.
Tuxedo Sam.
The answer is obvious.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah. That was extremely obvious. Tuxedo Sam is so good, and we didn't really care about the bunny, so
No.
I wish you well in hell. Oh!
All right, so we're gonna move on quickly to round 13 for our final four.
Oh my goodness.
Final four.
Yes, are you guys excited? We're moving along. We're getting further and further down to figure out who our favorite is. Just for your reminder that we have now moved our brackets even closer.
Okay.
I love that this is just a zoomed in screenshot
Yeah.
that was cut off at some point.
It's good though. Do you like the stylized presentation around it?
Yeah, you did a really good job.
Well, thank you. And so, like I said, this is going to be the beginning of round 13. Our bracket for round 13 is going to be the winner of round 9, Hello Kitty, and the winner of round 10, PomPompurins. The final four, the first match, who's going to win?
Oh, goodness.
Easy dub for PomPompurin. Look, Hello Kitty's had the spotlight for too long. Great beginning character. Thanks for building the universe. But your time as Iron Man is over. Let a new time of the Avengers take over and PomPompurin lead them to victory in this battle of life. PomPompurin, you are the future.
I was going to choose PomPompurin as well.
Oh, okay, good.
So there's no...
Yeah, there's no fight here.
No case there.
Hello Kitty.
I thought I had to use my everything, you know?
Right.
I can tell. You're really putting your whole Sam into it.
I was.
Your whole Tuxedo Sam, perhaps. And you spoke that fluently in English as well, so congratulations.
I dabble.
But yeah,
my second language.
Your second language. That's funny that they never said what his first language is. I'm assuming it's Penguin, but we'll never know.
I was assuming Japanese, right?
Yeah, Japanese for sure, definitely.
I'm crazy, right?
They didn't say
it. Could be Penguin.
They didn't say officially.
You think penguins speak Japanese stuff?
I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm sorry.
They can understand it in zoos in Japan, I'm sure.
Yeah,
probably.
I'm sorry, Hello Kitty. You are our leader, and we are all stan you. But your originalness can only take you so far. So, PomPompurin is the winner of round 13.
Yeah, I mean, Hello Kitty shouldn't have made it this far to begin with, but
she kind of
got lucky.
They kind of stacked the brackets for her. I don't know if you've noticed that with these brackets. It's a little weighted for some characters more than others.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Sanrio, what you doing?
If you had put Hello Kitty up against Keroppi or the little ghost guy right away, then over. It would have been a more interesting bracket.
I agree. All right, so we're going to move on to round 14 for our second half of our final four. So our contenders for this round are going to be Mama Furiori and Tuxedo Sam.
It's Tuxedo Sam.
This is so difficult.
Gone. A bear should not be in the final four.
Just to spite Steph, he's got a lot of things going for him. I'm going to vote for Marumo Fubiori.
Bro is a stay-at-home homeboy, and Tuxedo Sam travels the world. They are not the same.
I know, and one's clearly more powerful than the other.
It's crazy.
You know who should be in this to begin with? Is that little fish man right there next to Hello Kitty.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
He was not even in this, which is kind of funny.
You can't see him, but he's right there.
Larissa, you gotta choose.
I know, and I love you, Sam. You are my dear, lovely husband.
You're talking about Tuxedo Sam, right? This is your sad story for Tuxedo Sam, not me.
Well,
she did say husband.
I don't think
maybe she married the penguin.
He's my first husband and my true love. You're right, Sam. And that's why I have to go with him. Tuxedo Sam wins this round. He's so
as it should
cute.
Be. You were only just spiting me. You said that, Sam.
No, I think they're equal. That's the problem. Is I think they're equal.
They're not equal.
All right, and so with that, we're going to move on to our final round. Are you guys excited?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I know. I'm super excited, too. Drum roll, please, guys.
Bum, 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 bum.
PomPompurin versus Tuxedo Sam. The competition to end all competitions.
Whew.
Mm-hmm. This is a hard one.
I know.
This is really tough.
And I do think we did pretty well narrowing them down. Like, there's no Cinnamaroll. I'm proud of us for that. And these are pretty solid character designs, and they both have great profile descriptions.
They do.
They do. Mm-hmm. I love both of them equally. Mm-hmm. I think they're both great characters. I think they're both equally round. However, PomPompurin has had the spotlight before. Mm-hmm. I think it's time the underdog comes through and supports the other underdogs that didn't quite make it here today. Remembering those today, like Chococat, I think Tuxedo Sam should take it all.
And you were so anti him before. As much as I love the potential PomPompurin butthole lore, like I said, that has yet to be fully explored.
Exactly.
Whoa.
I know. But I gotta go with the world-traveling Tuxedo Sam penguin. He's smart, he's educated, he's studied abroad. Like, I don't know. I just love his description. So I say Tuxedo Sam.
All right, guys. And so for our next slideshow, so we can end it there, the winner is Tuxedo Sam. Woo! Give him a round of applause. We are so excited for you, Tuxedo Sam. Yes. And
I think. Oh, I was just gonna say, I think it's well deserved. You know, he was a shoo-in.
Are you Sam? So you're gonna give him his speech? Is that what you're trying to do there?
Well, no. I think it's fair because I'm Sam and he's Sam. Yeah. I think it was destiny. Mm-hmm. You know.
Okay.
Absolutely. And so with that, please do actually vote for your favorite character in the Sanrio contest. It's still going on for a few more weeks, and there's some other lovely characters on there. For instance, the one I voted for is not even on there. And if you can guess who I voted for, let me know. Hint, he loves ice cream and his favorite scarf is waffle-shaped designed, and that's why he loves wearing it every day.
Duh, Steph, come on, figure it out.
I don't know.
And so with that, we're going to close it out again. You can follow me at Lorissa.Schaefer, Steph at Spiffy Steffi. Spiffy's, yes.
Yep,
I did say that right.
Yeah,
and Sam at Sir Captain Sam, or you can follow us on the podcast at Shifting Tones Pod.
YouTube, Reddit, Blue Sky, kind of, yeah.
Absolutely. So, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.